Cloud Ninja on the beat. Don't panic, you rookies that don't manage. You looking at all the candles, it's a ride and we off the handles. It's the heat, cause we bringing all the kitchens out. Other mints for little kids, what you bitchin' bout. Pockets when they jingling, money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. That mean I'm taking your places, no mistake that you all beginners. You miss me, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open where I cop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots. Hated is my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Market makers are heartbreakers and soft stages. Bring the heat with Kenny just like it's Las Vegas. You hard haters are all fakers. I mob like Dog calling you on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic, I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on the sides like a soccer mom. And when it's on, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future looking at the devil's palm. You're too weak, bro. Cause you looking at a 52-week blow. These are opportunities to see.
A lot of red.
No peace though. How cheap. I just move when I cruise to the G code. Put the limit in. Stop it if you have to. This is mathematics for addicts to latch to. Rich TV live. He a swell guy. He'll teach you how to buy low and to sell high. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. You looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. Yeah, you looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. This is how the market goes.
Round and round we go.
Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic, don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you just strike some gold. Don't panic, don't panic. Something has to be done about this. Mr. Attorney, this is what I paid for. What can I do? Litigation it is. Get the wheels in motion. Quickly. ASAP. Quick.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your captain speaking, Rich from Rich to Be Live. We were supposed to do an interview with a member of Agriflora Organics this morning. I apologize. They are having some internet issues. They are in Europe, so it just isn't happening. So these things happen, you know. It's just the way it goes. So, well, hold on. Maybe it is gonna happen. Hello? Hey. Yeah, sure. I'm live right now though. But yeah. Tell them yes. Okay, bye. So there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the markets, guys. The markets are just crazy right now. And it's summertime, and this is kind of the way it goes in the summertime. Usually in the summer, you're going to see a huge slowdown in the stock market, okay? Why? Investors are on vacation, people are with their families, high net worth people are on vacation, they're taking a break. Everybody's kind of got their mind on other things. So in the summertime, you're going to see a huge slowdown in the stock market, okay? Now, we've seen that in the cannabis stocks, like dramatically. We've seen a huge, dramatic slowdown in the cannabis stocks. Now the question is, will this continue? I think it could. I think there's a very good chance it does. But at some point there will be a resurrection, and I'm going to show you why I think this. Now, over the last year, you can see here that in the United States, the cannabis index, when you look at the top 50 cannabis companies in America, you can see that the lowest it's been, the 52-week low, is 85.02. Okay, it's right here. You can see my arrow. 85.02 is the 52-week low. We're at 87.69. We're right near the bottom, folks. And the 52-week high is 124.04. So, to be quite frank, if you're looking for an investment opportunity, right now might be the best time to position yourself in some of these companies, okay? Now, that is the U.S. index. If we look at the Canadian index, where we're watching the top, I think it's 49 Canadian companies. Yeah, 49 Canadian companies. This number, I've been bringing it to you every day. It was at 77 yesterday. It's now at 75, down 2.63%. The low, the 52-week low was 73.22. We are approaching the 52-week low, folks. We are getting to the bottom. So if you're a bottom hunter, if you're an investor looking to make money, this is what you've been waiting for. This is exactly what you've been waiting for. You're waiting for the bottom to position yourself. And it's all the top companies are struggling. All of them. Canopy Growth, just over $51. They've been really struggling ever since the announcement of Bruce Linton being terminated. Canopy Rivers is down 2.8% today. Namaste down 1.8%. Aurora at 9.58. I think that's a buy. FSD Pharma all the way down to 14 cents. They've been just an enormous disappointment, down 3.45%. Hexo at 6.68. I think that's a buy, down 1.47%. Afria Inc. at $8.75, down 1.35%. I think that's a buy. I just see so many buying opportunities here. Yeah, Hexo could go lower. Apparently, they've had some really bad revenues recently, and they have not hit analyst estimates. They've been downgraded by a few analysts. This is why the stock is going down, but I believe that that's just creating an amazing buying opportunity. Like, look at all this red. This is a sea of red. It's a sea of red. The stock, though, that kind of we have to talk about is CannTrust. Good morning, Corey. Good morning, Demir. How you guys doing today? Yes, Powell did mention there will be a rate cut, and the stocks overall are green because of it. John Smithen says, Rich, I think CannTrust is a good buy today, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that the lawsuits are just coming out on CannTrust. You know, we have to talk about what happened here, because this is a pretty sad situation. So, CannTrust was operating out of their Niagara Falls facility illegally and growing in rooms that were unlicensed. And they've been caught doing an illegal move, which it's going to be real ugly, guys. It's going to get real ugly before it gets better, because I'll be honest with you, everyone and their sister is going to short this stock. Anyone who owns stock is going to probably panic sell and get out. The reality is this is not a stock you want to buy right now. You want to short this stock. This is a shorter's dream right now. You've got an omission of guilt. You have literally an omission of guilt with CannTrust. They have admitted to operating illegally and doing illegal transactions. I mean, man, that's as bad as it gets. You know, an omission of guilt cannot be anything that you would think, oh yeah, let me go and buy this stock. Why would you buy this stock? There is 141 million shares outstanding. There's 113 million of them in the float. The float's tight. Only 2 million shares being shorted so far. This is based on June 28th, before this news broke. I believe that this short interest is growing probably by the second. So let's look at the short interest in a couple weeks, and I guarantee it's going to be higher. People are going to short CannTrust. If I was a shorter, and I think sometimes I should be shorting, I would be shorting CannTrust. I am calling this a short. This is not a buy in my opinion right now. I think at some point it will be a buy. I just don't believe it is a buy yet. I do not believe it is a buy yet. Okay? I believe that it's going to go lower. The lawsuits are mounting. They're going to come out. It's going to start showing up in all their news. And it's going to get real ugly. And it's going to get worse before it gets better. Varun says, morning. Good morning, Varun. Corey says, think we should wait about more. I'm looking around too. Yeah, I would wait. I don't see what is the rush to go and get into a stock that is going to get lawsuits left, right, and center. Like, look at all the news. CannTrust dips after regulator finds illegitimate growing. That's not a good title. CannTrust stock slips to a new low amid regulatory concerns. That's not good news. CannTrust statement regarding Health Canada audit. Oh, let's see. Let's see what they had to say, actually. And then I'll read to you some of the lawsuits. Because, yeah, it's pretty much if you've lost $100,000, that you can contact multiple sources now, lawyers that are putting together lawsuits for shareholders who have lost on CannTrust. Let's see what they had to say about this. CannTrust statement regarding Health Canada audit. I'm interested. CannTrust Holdings Inc., TRST in Canada, CTST in America, has received a compliance report from Health Canada notifying the company that its greenhouse facility in Pelham, Ontario is non-compliant with certain regulations. CannTrust has accepted Health Canada's non-compliance finding and has taken actions to ensure current and future compliance. CannTrust, why would you make this mistake? What were you guys thinking? You guys are one of the biggest cannabis companies in the world. What were you thinking? The non-compliant rating is based on observations by the regulator regarding the growing of cannabis in 5 unlicensed rooms and inaccurate information providing to the regulator by CannTrust employees. Growing in unlicensed rooms took place from October 2018 to March 2019. That's 6 months of illegal growing. How do you fix this? During which time CannTrust had pending applications for these rooms with Health Canada. Why you gotta be so impatient? Why you gotta go and play that game? Like, what do you think for 6 months of growing? You've got a multi-billion-dollar company you're building, and you just jeopardize all of your shareholders for 6 months of grow? Oh my gosh. This is why I like Cannabis, guys. I've been there. I've seen the way they operate. There's no way Cannabis operates like this. This is absolutely shocking. I'm shocked. I've been to multiple conferences where CannTrust has had the biggest booths, huge teams, great staff, great looking, everything looked good. And then behind the scenes, you see these types of transactions going on? Really? Come on, guys. This is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. During which time CannTrust had pending applications for these rooms with Health Canada. These rooms were constructed in accordance with regulations and good production practices, and licenses were issued for each of the 5 rooms in April 2019. Why'd you gotta go and do that? There are 12 rooms in total at the facility. I still like CannTrust. I still think this is going to be a buying opportunity. I just wouldn't touch it for a while until it completely bottoms out. Health Canada has placed a hold, this is the issue here, on inventory, which includes approximately 5,200 kgs of dried cannabis that was harvested in the previously unlicensed rooms in Pelham until it deems that the company is compliant with regulations. In addition, CannTrust has instituted a voluntary hold of approximately 7,500 kgs of dried cannabis, equivalent at its Vaughan manufacturing facility that was produced in the previously unlicensed rooms. 13,000 kgs of cannabis. Now let's just say that they've got 13,000 kgs of cannabis and they're making even $5 per gram. How much money are they losing? I don't know, man. These are kgs, not grams, kilograms. What's the quick loss in math there, folks? It's big. It's millions. It's not good. CannTrust operations at its Pelham and Vaughan facilities remain fully licensed, and the company continues to grow, cultivate, harvest, and sell cannabis. Okay, well, that's positive. At least there's a positive there. Health Canada is conducting quality checks of product samples on hold at Pelham, with results expected in 10 to 12 business days. Due to the product on hold, some CannTrust customers and patients will experience temporary product shortages. Not good at all. The company is exploring options to mitigate these shortages. Yeah, maybe you can buy some product from Cannabis. All products sold from this impacted rooms has passed quality control testing at Health Canada certified labs, as well as CannTrust's own quality control processes and safety reviews. Okay, guys, Health Canada, just take it easy on these guys. The product is good. Yeah, they weren't licensed. Slap them on the wrist. Give them like a few $1 million fine. Give that money to charities, to cannabis education and cannabis awareness. And let's move on. There's no need to kill this company. There's no need to hurt yourselves and shareholders in the process. Health Canada, could you take it easy on these guys? They clearly have made a mistake. They clearly were a little bit anxious. I don't agree with the mistake. Give them a fine. Let them pay their dues. But Health Canada, you don't take that money. Give it to cannabis education. Give it to cannabis, and maybe give it to minor preventions for minors that are looking to get into cannabis. Put the money in the right places. You don't need to kill CannTrust. You don't need to destroy them. You don't need to kill their brand. Our team has focused on building a culture of transparency, trust, and excellence. Oh my goodness. In every aspect of our business, including our interactions with the regulator. We have made many changes to make this right with Health Canada. We made errors in judgment. You don't say. You don't say. But the lesson we have learned here will serve us well moving forward, says Peter Aceto, Chief Executive Officer. Peter, I would love to have you on our show. I have a lot of members that are CannTrust shareholders that don't know what to do right now. They're extremely frustrated. They've lost thousands of dollars due to this. And I think it would be nice for you to come onto Rich TV Live and speak to the investors. I think the investors deserve that. Corrective actions and additions to the CannTrust executive team. CannTrust has implemented a number of corrective actions, including further comprehensive employee training, retained external advisors for an independent review of compliance processes, comprehensive review and update on processes and procedures, voluntarily advised Health Canada of issues that may impact compliance at its Vaughan facility regarding product shortages. Health Canada, I have an idea. I suggest you just go right into companies. Do not even tell them when you're coming into their facilities. Just start doing random testing. I predict if you start doing random testing, you're not going to see these situations happening. These companies are taking advantage of the fact that they know when you're coming into their facilities. And I have a feeling that this is happening more than you think. If you want to eliminate these types of bad actors doing these types of illegal activities, because essentially that's what it is, start showing up. Just start showing up. Just start showing up. Just say, hey guys, we're going to just show up to your facilities.
When you least expect it, we're going to show up. And I promise you, you aren't going to see anybody playing these games. Because as shareholders, it hurts us. It's not fair to us. We're just little guys trying to make a buck. And then this news goes out and we get crushed. I got investors that have lost thousands of dollars based on this news. Improving the quality and compliance function at the company has been a priority for senior leadership. The first executive addition under the new leadership team was Andrea Kirk for the newly created role of Vice President Quality. Maybe a little bit late. Ms. Kirk brings nearly 20 years of quality and compliance experience from the pharmaceutical industry to CannTrust, and her mandate is to lead the quality and compliance department. Yeah, maybe a week late. Since joining the company, or maybe about a year late, in March 2019, she has hired and trained 17 quality and compliance professionals. I don't think the issues are with quality and compliance. The issues are with honesty, with running an honest business, which is sad. Financial outlook. At this time, the impact of these matters on CannTrust's financial results are unknown until Health Canada completes its quality testing of product from Pelham, which is currently on hold. Further updates will be provided as they become available. About CannTrust. CannTrust is a federally regulated licensed producer of medical and recreational cannabis in Canada. Founded by pharmacists, CannTrust brings more than 40 years of pharmaceutical and healthcare experience to the medical cannabis industry and serves more than 72,000 medical patients with its dried, extract, and capsule products. The company operates its Niagara Perpetual Harvest facility in Pelham, Ontario, and prepares and packages its products portfolio at its manufacturing center of excellence in Vaughan, Ontario. The company has also purchased 81 acres of land in British Columbia and expect to secure over 240 acres of land in total for low-cost outdoor cultivation, which it will use for its extraction-based products. Yeah, I'm not happy about this news, and literally there are lawsuits mounting everywhere. And there should be. You know, if you've lost $100,000 or more, you can be participating in a lawsuit. But what about the small shareholders that lost $3,000, $2,000, $1,000, panic sold and just lost money? What about them? What about them? Who's going to protect those small people? Who's going to protect the small investors? They should also have a voice. I'm going to get into some of your guys' messages here because I'm getting a little angry. I'm getting a little heated, guys. I apologize. Just don't like it when companies make these stupid mistakes. JTX183 says, once I saw a CannTrust issue, it triggered a lot of other drops, making investors more skeptical. Exactly. It hurts the entire sector. Look, CannTrust is down 9.73%. And let's look at how it's dropped over the last month. Clearly somebody knew about this because this stock has been dropping like a rock for a month. From $7 June 10th. Now a month later at $4.27. It has been dropping like a rock. Now at some point this is going to be signaling an incredible buying opportunity. And I might even buy it myself because I do like this company. I like the fact that at least they're owning up to it. I just don't like the fact that they took this risk. This was very short-sighted of CannTrust Holdings. And I hope CannTrust Holdings and all companies are taking notice of what happened here. And Health Canada, I have some advice for you. If you want to see this stop, just randomly start walking into licensed producers. Do random testing. This is how it works in sports. They do random testing of athletes. All of a sudden, an athlete has to do a drug test, see if they got steroids in their system. So, why wouldn't you do that for these licensed producers? If you want to hold the Canadian licensed producers at a very high level of excellence, don't tell them, oh yeah, we'll be at your facility next week. Start
doing random testing. Because as investors, we need to be protected. We're the ones that get hurt. We get hurt more than anybody else. You should be protecting us. Instead, we are the ones getting hurt. We are the ones getting decimated. We are the ones getting demolished. What are you doing to protect us? Who's protecting the small guys? Alex says 5 rooms not licensed out of 12. Cannabis grew between October 2018 to March 2019. Those rooms got licensed in April. They were just a little bit too anxious and they got caught. It's not okay. And I'm telling you, these lawsuits are going to start mounting. It's just the way it goes. I'm telling you, it's just the way it goes. In this sector, when stuff like this happens, lawsuits start mounting. And yeah, it has hurt the entire sector. Let's see if we can see some lawsuits. Let's see here. Where's the lawsuits? I'm sure they're circulating. So much news in the cannabis sector. It's just crazy. I guess that's a good thing because all the lawsuits get lost in all the other news. And you can find all this information at www.richtvlive.com, guys. Interesting. No major lawsuits there yet. Let's see here. Let's type in CanTrust lawsuits. Just Google it. Look at this. There's ads running on Google. Lost money in CannTrust Holdings Inc. This is on Business Wire. Gibbs Law Group is investigating a potential CannTrust class action lawsuit on behalf of investors who lost money in CannTrust Holdings. They're running ads. This is a very real issue. They're running ads. Look at this. Top stories. CTSD alert. Johnson Fistel launches investigation into CannTrust Holdings. Investors encouraged to contact firm. Equity alert. Rosen Law Firm announces investigation of securities claims against... Do you see what's happening here? Do you see what's happening here? This is no joke. This is a very serious issue. This stock is going to keep going lower, folks. This stock will go lower before it gets better. But it will create an amazing buying opportunity for one of the best cannabis companies out there. Look at this. Rosen Law Firm, a global investor rights law firm, announces it is investigating potential securities claims on behalf of shareholders of CannTrust Holdings, Inc., resulting from allegations that CannTrust may have issues materially misleading business information to the investing public. They've admitted to it. This is the easiest lawsuit for a lawyer ever. Can you imagine the amount of losses they're going to take now in lawsuits? This could get real ugly. On July 8, 2019, CannTrust announced its greenhouse facility in Pelham, Ontario was audited by Health Canada and found non-compliant. Health Canada has placed a hold on 5,200 kilograms of dried cannabis that was harvested from 5 unlicensed rooms at the facility until it deemed CannTrust compliant with regulators. Additionally, CannTrust said it has had instituted a voluntary hold on 7,500 kilograms of dried cannabis that was produced in the unlicensed rooms. Following this news, CannTrust stock fell sharply in intraday trading on July 8, 2019. I believe it fell more than 20%. It fell again yesterday, and it's falling again today. Rosen Law Firm is preparing a class action lawsuit to recover losses suffered by CanTrust investors. Now, you guys can actually contact them because there's no mention here of 100,000. So this is good. If you've got a smaller claim, contact Rosen Law Firm. I know them quite well. I've used them in the past, and they do a good work, and they are one of the leaders in legal battles against companies doing illegal practices. So this is the type of news that really kills the sector, kills the industry. And we're slow anyways because we're in the middle of the summer. So we're already slow anyways. Then this breaks, and now all hell's breaking loose. So yeah, if you want to know what you should do with CanTrust, you should short it. You should be shorting CanTrust. It is the short of the century. I mean, let's take a look at bar chart. See what bar chart thinks about this. Pretty sure it's a sell. A big time sell. Let's take a look. Yep, look at that. Wow. Could you get a bigger sell than a 100% sell on bar chart? And ranks as the top 1% of all short-term signal directions. Long-term, the trend strength is in the top 1%. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of this trend. Yeah, this is not good news for CanTrust, guys. However, it does says the market is approaching oversold territory. Be watchful of a trend reversal. Whew. This is ugly, folks. Now, it hit a high of $15.50 on October 16th. We are now at $4. How low can this bad boy go? Because the reality is, if it goes to $2, I'm loading up. I'm buying like 10,000 shares. And I'll wait for it to go back to $10, because it will. We've seen this before, not necessarily the exact same scenario, but we've seen companies have issues before. We've seen Supreme Cannabis Company get into issues with Health Canada for using the wrong soil. We've seen Organigram come back from the dead after being caught using pesticides in their crops, spraying pesticides in their crops. And now we see CanTrust being caught growing in unlicensed rooms. So we've seen companies come back from this before, especially Organigram. They've done quite well since being almost a laughingstock. John Smithen says, mark my words, Rich, today's low will be the lowest you'll see. The worst is already priced in. I hope you're right. But, I mean, people said that yesterday, and it's down another 9% today. So I can't believe that this is over. I believe it's going lower. And I think it could go a lot lower still. And I'm in no rush to buy it. I'm not going to just immediately buy it until I see any proof of... I want to see some proof of momentum. The reality is Health Canada still has to determine what they're going to do. So how can you just say it's priced in? I mean, I appreciate your input. I just don't agree with it. Alex Castillos says TRST could drop down to 3 over time, maybe even 250. Yeah, I think it might even go to $2. Ice the Purge says, what's good, Rich? Well, definitely not CanTrust right now. John Smithen says the lawsuits are advertisements. It says it on the bottom of each lawsuits. They're fake. No, those lawsuits are not fake, John. Sorry, bro. Those lawsuits are very real, my friend. They are very real. They're advertising because they're looking for investors to join a lawsuit. And trust me, investors are joining because people are losing money everywhere. What else? Let's see. JTX183 says, this is Chris from JTX183. I hope Agriflora gives you an interview. I have never to date seen any CEO speak publicly online. Well, you should watch Rich TV Live because I interviewed CEO of Still Canada yesterday publicly online. So go to Rich TV Live on YouTube. You can go to richtvlive.com and you can see that video and that interview. And yeah, I mean, I interview CEOs all the time. R star 777 underscore 555 says $1 target to buy CanTrust, maybe 50 cents. Whew, imagine picking up CanTrust at 50 cents or $1. I'd be all over that. This is what I'm saying. I'm in no rush to pick it up anytime soon. Early Hunter says, hi, Rich. How you doing, Early Hunter? Jason Garza says, sup, investors? What's up, Jason? JTX183 says, I think the eagerness to grow and supply swayed the better judgment. You think? You think? Just a little bit. It's craziness. It's madness. It's pure madness. Oh, it is climbing a little bit. It's now only down 8.88%. Sheldon Snow says, stuck with 5,000 shares at $27,000. Whoa. Well, you can always lower your cost if it goes down more. Maybe, that might be a better way to trade it. Alex Castillo says, oh, well, I hold 600 shares at 807, bought 1,000 at 530. We'll buy more at the end of the tunnel, whatever that might be, $2, etc. We'll see. Yeah, it's looking like this is a shorter's dream right now. Jason Garza says, the summer sale continues. Buy good companies and have an exit strategy. 100%. When you guys are up, take your money and run. Let's talk about another stock. Martello Technologies. So I brought you guys this pic when Bruce was wearing his shirt after he got terminated from his own company that he built by the guys that he put into the company. When he got terminated, he was saddened, but he said he was going to focus on a little technology company called Martello Technologies, and he was wearing the shirt. The stock was at 18 cents. It ran as high as 96 cents. It is now starting to retract heavily. It's coming back down. It's now at 57 cents. Oh, 58 cents, down 3.33%. Do you believe Martello Technologies is going to continue to go down? Do you think it goes up from here? It had tons of momentum. It was flying. Members were winning. I kept telling members, take your profit and run, take your profit and run, take your profit and run. I can't tell you guys what to do. You guys got to do what you want to do. I did not buy the stock. But we had members that made a lot of money on Martello Technologies. Congratulations if you did. Now, if you're holding the stock and it is going down, I know a lot of you guys are asking me, what do you do? It's tough, guys, because I'm not the type of guy that wants to panic sell. But when you see a stock go up from 18 cents to 96, and now it's starting to come back down, and it's trading millions of shares a day, and it's starting to go down, it's a very tough call. I'm not going to rush in and buy this. I want to see some type of a trend. I want to see a historical trading pattern before I jump in. Right now, we've seen a low of 18 in the last less than 2 weeks of trading, and we've seen a high of 96, and we're currently at 58. So we're kind of in the middle. So, it's starting to trend down right now. It's losing momentum. I would definitely be careful right now. I wouldn't rush to buy it. If it does dip down to a really, really good level again, that would maybe be the time to pick it up. But before I would personally buy this again, I'd want to see some type of momentum because it seems to be going in the other direction right now. So in my opinion, this is kind of a sell right now, whereas it was a buy before, and it seems like it's losing steam. I don't know why. I don't know why it's losing steam. It had a ton of momentum. Things were going great. But like everything, all good things come to an end. Nothing lasts forever. So the way this is pointing down right now is leading me to believe it's going to continue down. However, at any point in time, this could turn around and start to shoot up. So at some point, we will find a bottom. The question is, where is that? When you see a stock that's climbed as much as this has, you have to feel like at some point it's going to retract, consolidate, which it has. The question is, where does it go from here? I'd like to sit and watch it for a bit, let it find a bottom, let it find a floor, and hopefully we will find a bottom and a floor, and then we will see it go back up from there. Obviously, they've got Bruce Linton involved. He's going to be, working his magic to generate more interest in Martello Technologies, but it's been a nice, quick little day trade for like a week. and it's starting to come back down now, and it's coming back and starting to create a floor. The question is, where will that floor be? We've seen it higher today. Earlier today it was as high as, I believe, 70 cents. So it's been as high as 70 cents today, and it was up earlier, and now it's started to come back down again. So either these are shorters that are shorting this, or it's insiders that are selling, taking advantage of liquidity, or it's market makers playing games, or it's financiers that are using this as a fundraising opportunity. The reality is the volume is huge, so Martello Technologies is definitely doing some sort of fundraising, which bodes well for them long term. So we'll definitely be watching them closely. Let's get back to some of your messages. Jason Garza says Bank of England is now able to buy into cannabis companies. That's huge. Lils says, thanks for walking us off the ledge with your perspective, bro. Well, CannTrust is a great company. They're going to be fine. It's just, how do they move forward from here? And how do we find the bottom, and what is the bottom? And when can we load up? Because the reality is it's already cheap, in my opinion. So the question is, how cheap is it going to get? How cheap will it get? Because you can clearly see, I mean, it's right at the top of the list of the best companies that are down the most. So it's clearly hurting from this. The question is, how long will this continue? That is the $1 million question. R*777555 says, it may still be worth getting out and into a better stock like Aurora or Organogram or Canopy Growth. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. This is definitely a very risky stock. However, they've got tons of money in the bank. Like tons and tons of money in the bank. Like, let's do our due diligence on this company. I believe, like, I like their share structure. Earnings. Let's see here. No data on their earnings. Let me look on it somewhere else here. I also use Webull, the Webull app, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty good for looking at earnings pretty quickly. So let me try to pull up CannTrust earnings here. TRST. If there's any stocks that are moving today that you guys want me to look at, please put it into the group chat. I'd love to know what stocks you guys are looking at, and I can maybe look into it in more detail. Yeah, so I've got CannTrust with 202 million in assets. No, that can't be right. It's got to be higher than that. This is as of 2018. I had 202 million in assets and only 8 million in liabilities. So I mean, from that perspective, they are doing quite well. This can't be right though. I think they have 400 million in the bank. Let's see here. I thought the revenue was higher than that. Yeah, it looks as though as of 2018, I guess it's not updated here, they had 200 million in Canadian in the bank in cash and only very little liabilities. So they had a lot of cash and assets and little to no liabilities. So I mean, like, this company is like structured well. It's just a stupid mistake that's really hurting them and holding them back. Alex Castillo says, Afria, Namaste, Kronos Group, CanTrust will pull something at some point. Did I miss any other company? Yeah, you're mentioning a lot that have had some troubles. And let's take a look at Afria. I really like Afria. And I love the price right now on Afria. I think it's absolutely dirt cheap. Absolutely dirt cheap. I mean, this is a stock that we've seen at $20, and they're currently at $8.78, and they've just become the forgotten stock that nobody wants to talk about, but I'm not going to forget about them. I mean, let's look at their 2-year chart. So they've been at $22 January 9, 2018. Then they were back at $21 September 10th, 2018. And now they're at $8. I feel like this is a buying opportunity for Afria, in my opinion. I think Afria has so much potential. So much potential. And I think people are forgetting about them. People just have forgotten about Afria. Like, look at the volume, 483,000 shares. It's just sleeping. Sleeping giant. Sheldon Snow says, I am down about 9 to 10 grand. That may be peanuts to some, but it's a lot for me. Sheldon, I would contact Rosen, the Law Rosen firm, because they can help you. And if you're a shareholder and you've lost money, you should consider contacting a legal professional that can help you get some of your money back. Alex Castillos is saying he's down 3,300. Yeah, of course it sucks. I don't want to see any of you guys losing a penny, let alone thousands of dollars. Alex Castillo says it will pass. TRST will not vanish or go Chapter 11. Be patient. They have at least $250 million in the bank. Yes, so they have a lot of money. They have a lot of assets. I like their share structure, but this can't be good. Scott General says, smash the like button for our boy Rich and protection for small investors as well. Yes, please guys, smash the like button. I really appreciate you guys. Comment down below, share the video everywhere. And remember, if I win and you win, we all win. And let's work together and let's win together. R*777555 says, gapping down, no trend reversal without fundamentals here. Alex Castillo says, today's RSI of TRST reached 26. Been monitoring. Now is RSI equals 56. Thank you for your knowledge, guys. JTX183 says, is my YouTube channel FI for our band King's Crown? The sector has been volatile, a lot of great opportunities. However, you always have to keep an eye on what's going on. Yes, 100% true. R*777_555 says, gap down again today. Yes, big time. Alex Castillo says, the stock will gap up when Health Canada releases those 13,000 kgs, slaps them with a fine, 1 to 2 million, then it's only lawsuits. But how much money could they lose in lawsuits? Sheldon Snow says, Alex, yeah, gonna have to average down. Just nervous about putting more money in. Yeah, I would be too. I'd be very careful right now. JTX183 says, no, Rich, I mean Agriflora CEO. Yeah, I don't think you'll see the Agriflora CEO on the show. A lot of these CEOs want to stay very behind the scenes. Shelby says, hey Rich, just tuning in, hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a great day. Would be better if we had better news on companies like CannTrust, but you know, that's the markets. You know, there's going to be scandals, especially in the cannabis sector. An illegal sector that's turning legal is obviously going to have ups and downs, but this just puts a black mark and a stain on the entire sector, in my opinion. And we don't need that. What do we need? A stain in the sector. Oh, we made a mistake. We apologize. I mean, if I was to make that mistake and grow illegally, I would go to jail. They're allowed to just say, oh, I made a mistake and get a fine and it's okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Here's another one of the sleeping giants, Aurora Cannabis. You can see here that Aurora has been much higher than these levels multiple times. You can see January 22nd, 2018, they're at $14.50. Once again, in October of last year, 2 days before legalization, it hit 15. It has been as low as $5.34, August 14th, 2018, last summer. And December 5th, 2018, last winter, $6.21. And we are currently around $9.63. So we're kind of in the middle of the low and the high. I think Aurora goes way higher than this. But we might be able to see it go a little bit lower. Like last August, it went all the way to $5. So maybe we see it go lower. Like where were we last June, July? Look at this. So last July, we were right around the same price, guys. Look at this. July 3rd, we were at $9.28 last year. Here we are, July 10th, a year later, $9.63. And it kept tanking. So will it do the same for the rest of this summer? Will we see the same trend? Looks like it's going in that direction right now. Looks like it's going down. Alex Castillo says, yes, Sheldon, just don't do it till we hit rock lows. Or when Health Canada lifts the 13,000 kg, deeming them safe. Yeah, that would be the best case scenario. Give them a fine, release the kgs. The kgs are okay. There's nothing wrong with the quality. Let them get out there. Let them sell it. Let them make their money back. Let them, pay a fine. Let them, pay back some investors. And we move on. And hopefully the stock goes back up and everybody makes money again and everybody's good. JTX183 says, I've been watching your show for over a year, my friend. I have not seen Agriflora CEO. That's why I hope you get the interview. Yeah, the interview will not be with the Agriflora CEO. But I will be getting an interview most likely with someone else. R*777_555 says, MTLO target 40 cents. I will buy back then. So that's your price? Interesting. R*777_555 says, definitely this will be an amazing stock. Only question is what price to get in. Yes, this is the thing, right? There's no real... This just had a huge explosion and a retraction. So what's next? This is, the $1 million question we have right now. I just want to look at some of the top stocks in the sector that I'm watching every day that I'm thinking about buying. Let's take a look at Hexo. Hexo Corp. Alex Castillo says, MTLO was the exact same as CVB and MMS. They skyrocket, take profits, and run. Exactly. Don't be greedy with stocks, guys. Take your money and run. And look at Hexo, eh? Look at Hexo. $5.16 in America. What do you guys think? I love this company. I mean, at some point, it's going to be a buy. At some point, it's going to be a buy. The question is, what is that point? Let's look at their one-year chart. So we've seen them way higher. We've seen them as high as $8.28 in America. We've seen them as low as $3.13 in America in December 27, 2018, before the resurrection. So like literally a double. More than that. It went up almost 200% from those prices. And we're right now at 5. We're kind of in the middle. So a lot of stocks have retracted, guys. A lot of stocks have retracted. Ramdad says, what do you think about Ianthus? Bottom will be? I think the bottom is near. I mean, we are finding the bottom on everything pretty much here. I think Ianthus is finding the bottom right now. I mean, they've been sleeping for a while now too. They've been quiet. They haven't been moving much. Now at $3.68? Oh, wow, I had no idea it was this cheap. This is crazy. Yeah, we're at the bottom, guys. We are at the absolute bottom. We are at a 52-week low, everybody. This is the bottom. I may have no choice but to load up on Ianthus. I may have no choice. This is absolutely the bottom. There's no doubt about it. But let's see what bar chart thinks. Yeah, 96% sell. The bar chart technical opinion rating is a 96% sell with the strongest short-term outlook on maintaining the current direction. Long-term, the trend strength is maximum, so they believe this is going to go lower. Long-term indicators fully support a continuation of the trend. The market is in highly oversold territory. Beware of a trend reversal. Yeah, I would be careful here. But look at this. They've been as high as $9.49, currently at $3.62. We're talking about a 200% jump from these prices. I love this company. And you can see here on this chart, we are at a 52-week low, folks. We're at a 52-week low. So yeah, it might break new lows, but at some point we're going to see a resurrection. And for those that get in now, or even lower if possible, you're probably going to win very big. JTX183 says, this is a huge blow to the industry, especially with the word trust. Yeah, isn't that ironic? You got a company named CanTrust, a stock that everybody thinks they can trust, and then this happens? Don't really know what to think about it. What do I think about Fuel Cell? Fuel Cell. FCEL. It's at 72 cents, up 16%. Thank you for the pick. Henry Moore. Looks like it's been much higher. It's also been a little bit lower. Bar chart doesn't show much momentum. Yeah, it's definitely up 451% from the bottom in the last month. Wow. But it's come all the way down from $17. It went to 13 cents. Like, that's scary. I don't know, man. I don't know about these types of stocks, man. They get me really worried. But you know what? Who knows? It might make you some bucks. But it's not really something I'm really interested in playing. Interested in GRUSF. GRUSF. Grown Rogue International Inc. Grown Rogue International Inc. 80% sell on bar chart, showing a lot of selling pressure, guys. So, GRUSF. I don't know, man. I like finding stocks that are building momentum, or stocks that are just beaten up, that are great companies that have good long-term potential. This just doesn't look like the type of stock I'm into. Volume is tiny, 11,000 shares, and it's down, and it's showing selling pressure. So not really my cup of tea. But thank you for sharing your pick. Vizlink, yes. Interesting, 3 million market cap, up 300% today. So let's take a look at VISL. So Vizlink Technologies Inc., our members are winning on this today. Congratulations to members that won on this pick today. So members won on this pick today. Volume is crazy, 26 million shares at $6.86, up 315% as we speak. Look at that crazy move today. They just announced that they are working with the U.S. Armed Forces and have a $2.8 million contract with the U.S. Armed Forces. And the stock skyrocketed. Skyrocketed. So congratulations to anyone who took advantage of this big move from Vizlink Technologies, awarded a $2.8 million U.S. Armed Forces contract. This is the news. And this may be just the start. I mean, the market is responding very well to this contract. So clearly this may be the start of more contracts coming from the U.S. Army. So stay tuned with VISL. Let's take a look at some of your other messages. What's up, Awake All You Nations? Alex Castillo says, can trust. LOL. Oh well. Can't trust, says Sheldon. Jason Garza says, can't trust. South Studio says, I was looking at Grown Rogue International, GRUSF, for a long-term buy. Yeah, it might be. Joe Morris says, 40 watching, only 17 likes. Come on, people, hit the like for our man Rich. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate you, man. You know what, Joe? I'm going to make you a moderator for your support. Thank you. Jason Garza has the thumbs up button. Ramdat says, that's what I was thinking. Alex Castillo says, Rich, for Hexo, I was waiting for 450 CAD. They reached that twice around that low in the last year or so. We still have summer sale until at least middle of August. Yeah, you know what? I'll be watching them, and I like what you're thinking. I'm going to add you as a moderator, Alex. Thank you for being so involved here. Ramdat says, I've been buying for 2 weeks now. I hope you win big, Ramdat. Scott L says, going to 130. Okay, we'll be watching. Jason Garza says, I've been saying the same thing, Alex. Ramdat says, no one knows why Ianthus went this low this fast. It's a great buying opportunity, guys. The whole market is down. So when the market comes back up, because it will, we will see a massive resurrection. Let's take a look at Cannabis growth. Now, they've really been struggling since they terminated Bruce Linton, which I'm not really surprised, because he is very well recognized in the cannabis sector, and he's very wealthy, and he's well connected, and he has a big team of people. And since they terminated him, the stock has been under selling pressure. Nothing major, but it hasn't gone up. So Cannabis Growth definitely needs to do something to rebuild that momentum, because when they go down and Aurora goes down and Afria goes down, the whole sector goes down. They're the major players in Canada, okay? Now let's talk about some of the major players in the U.S. Let's talk about IIPR. Now this is one of the biggest ones in America right now, IIPR. I've been talking to you guys about them. They've just been on fire. They've just been going up and up and up. And I mean, look at this, $133. Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Look at this 1 year chart. You want to see a winner? This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This is a huge winner. From $31 July 27th of last year to $133 a year later. That's what? 60, 90, 120. That's over 300% returns. Almost 400% returns for investors of this giant that also pays dividends. Love them. Absolutely love them. Biggest player, one of the biggest players in the world, one of the biggest players in America. They have a very tight share structure. That's why the stock is going up. Look at GW Pharma. Talk about another monster in America. GW Pharma. At $175, these guys are another giant. And they're priced at $175. Another company with a tight float. These are some of the biggest players in America. Let's talk about Tilray. Tilray is a Canadian company, but they are only in America. They chose to strictly focus on the American market, and they're trading at $46. They don't seem to want to go much lower than the $40 range. Now, if we look at their 1 year chart, you can see they have been a little bit lower than this. They've been as low as $34. That's been the low since they had their massive run to 300. The low has been 34. I love Tilray. If I could pick up some at 34, that's the price right now. That's the new bottom. Okay? Clearly the top is probably 100. We'll probably see the stock bounce between 30 and $100 over the next year or so. So if you can buy it at a dip, this is a great company to own. Canadian company here on the island in Vancouver, but they are working and listed in America, and I love that. Some of the other major players in America include Curaleaf. Let's take a look at Curaleaf. At $9.11, love this stock. Let's take a look at their 1 year chart. So you can see their high is $15. Their low is $5. They're right kind of in the middle, around $9. I think Kira may have found a bottom. It looks like it's just starting to turn up. You can see the bottom was about $8. $8.90. We're now at $9.11. We may have found the bottom for Kira. I absolutely love these guys. Positioned in America. I feel like one day this is going to be a $20 stock, guys. So keep your eye on Kira. They are a giant in America. Let me just go through some of your messages. Scott L is being very hard on CanTrust, saying, CanTrust, crooks, Health Canada should shut them down. Well, we know that's not going to happen. Make an example out of them. Making marijuana companies look bad. Well, they're making themselves look bad. That's for sure. Mark Pitkin says CETY. CETY. I've never heard of them. Let's see. CETY. Clean Energy Technologies. That's at 3 cents. 72% buy on bar chart. Yeah, looks all right. Looks like it's got some momentum. Not a huge fan of penny stocks. Not that I won't buy them or I won't talk about them, but they're highly volatile, obviously. You know, up 83% in the last month, 321% in the last, since November. Definitely CETY has been climbing up. Thank you for this pick. Looks interesting. Do I have any Pharmacello? I don't. But after hearing that they're growing for 5 cents a gram, I might have to buy some. Let's take a look at their price. Pharmacello. 100% sell on bar chart. It's now at $5.68. Wow. It's getting beaten down. Yeah, Pharmacello's been as high as 11. We are now at a 52-week low, folks, for Pharmacello. So I'd be careful. Try to get it as low as you can, guys. Shut them down. Should pull all their licenses. Yeah, that's not going to happen, Scott. That's a little bit harsh. Alice Castillo says, Scott, if you shut down TRST, you hurt many, many innocent investors. Better jail management and bankrupt their personal finances. I agree. Why are we going to hurt shareholders? Ryan Sullivan says, hey, Rich, can you speak for Tilt for a minute? Getting absolutely crushed. Yeah, Tilt has been getting annihilated. No idea why. It's kind of disturbing. Whoa! 83 cents in Canada? 100% sell? Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. This is a company that has so much potential. They got so much revenue, but yet they're getting killed. There's got to be insider selling happening. There's got to be some type of unrest. There's got to be financiers dumping the stock. It says the market is in highly oversold territory. Beware of a trend reversal, but I would personally stay clear of the stock right now. They seem extremely risky. Could it be a buyout situation? Probably. They clearly don't know what to do with their stock, so that's actually a very good possibility. Hey, my pleasure, Alex. You earned it, buddy. Sheldon Snow says, I mean with can't trust buyout. No, I don't see can't trust getting buyout, but you never know. Scott L says, Rich, Bruce interviewed and said he was going to work with the U.S. marijuana company. Yeah, that's exciting. The question is which one? Probably Rivers, if he can. I don't know, but I mean, the only ones that he has mentioned have been Organigram, Acreage, and Rivers. Jason Garza says, go OGI. Let's take a look at OGI, actually. Organigram. So Organigram is at $8.69, down 4.4%. Now we've seen it higher and we've seen it way lower. We've seen it as high as 10.72 in Canada. We've seen them as low as, so that's their high. Their low is 4.24, and they're currently at $8. It might go a little bit lower, but I do see blue skies for them. Absolutely. Henry Moore says Zelda Therapeutics climbing, and I think they will go higher. Clinical trials. Let's take a look at Zelda Therapeutics. I haven't seen much from these Australian companies yet. They haven't shown much of anything. So let's see what Zelda Therapeutics looks like. Yeah, 3 cents, guys, in America. Just no volume. Just not interested at all. Mark Pitkin says Rich CETY has a deal in Texas with UPS with a 170 million gallon equivalent renewable natural gas penny stock. Interesting. Fred says, what do you think about ZUM? Zoomer Media. I think they have potential. They did a deal with Canopy Growth. I think that's going to be big. You know, another penny stock. Be careful. If you're going to buy them as low as possible. Currently at 5.5 cents. You know, it's a penny stock, guys. You got to be careful with these penny stocks. VFF, I like VFF. I just think that they got a tight float and they've made a big run. So you need to be careful. You got to just try to hunt the bottoms and buy the dips on VFF because it seems to be very volatile. I mean, look at them now at $11.02. And if you look at their 1 year chart, you can see they've been as high as $17.45 in America, currently at $11.02, but it's been way, way, way lower. It's been as low as $3.17 in December, not too long ago. So I would try to buy the dips, you know, get the lows, get the bottoms. Henry Moore says Intel Pharma pain relief CBD equals PDUFA. What do you think? PDUFA. Awake All You Nation says, imagine Bruce going with Xena. Yeah, that would be really nice. Let's look at Xena today. What do we got? Hey, Nick, how you doing? Alex Castillo says, VFF is a good company. That said, they are in the middle price-wise between 52-week low and high. So too expensive to invest in yet. I like the way you're thinking, Alex. Very smart. Drew Dine says, I need Xena to go back up for me. I bought in too high. Well, they're at $1.65. They are close to their 52-week low of $1.42. And they're nowhere near their 52-week high of I think it was $6.85. It says $6.75 here. I think Xena's going to go way higher. I think Xena has so much potential. And I personally think Xena's just getting started. So I think Xena's a great company, and I think we will see them go way higher. Alex Castillo says, I believe our pal Andrew also badmouthed them with some report a while ago. Anybody remember? Yes, Andrew Leff did say that Village Farms was overpriced, but he was unable to really take them down. Joe Morris says, thanks for the moderator status, but more thanks for the help and fuel for the fire. Hey, I appreciate you, Joe, man. Thank you. Scott L says, can't trust, just pissed me off. Don't mean to be so harsh for the investor's sake. Hey, man, I understand. I'm angry too. We all are. It hurts everybody. Awake All You Nation says, can't go back to 9 again, Drew, hopefully. They can go back to 9 again, Drew, hopefully. Yeah, and I think they will. Scott L says, TRST just pissed me off. Don't need to be crooks. I agree. They don't need to be crooks, but, you know, we got an industry of guys that used to be illegal, now operating legally, and you're going to see some of this happen. I just didn't expect to see it from CanTrust at all, but it happens. Let's take a look at some other companies that I think are really, really poised to be giants. Charlotte's Web, They were getting crushed. They've recently come back. They were way higher, and now they're back up again. Look at this. Up 6% today at $23. If we look at their one-year chart, it's been very interesting. It's been as high as $32. And when they were at, I think, $16, I said, yeah, they were at 32. It's the double. And they went as low as $14 in June, now already at $23. And I will not be surprised to see them go back to 30. They're the biggest and the best CBD company in the world. You heard it here first. They are the biggest and the best CBD company in the world. And what else? Who else should I look at? Kush Bottles. Love these guys. So cheap. So undervalued. So underappreciated. So underexposed. I love them under $5. 52-week high is $7. 52-week low is $3.89. Currently at $5.09. I think this is a company that is a very stable company. They're making tons of revenue. The revenue will only grow. They've already put out an application to qualify and graduate to the NASDAQ. I believe this is a stock that one day will be at $10 or higher. So if you get in at 5 and you're willing to wait, this can be another daily double. All right, guys, I'm going to be heading out pretty soon here. I got a busy day ahead of me. Awake Ollie Nation says, I feel the same way about Namaste too, Scott. Alex Castillo says, now I remember, did Andrew not say VFF was worth $1? Yes, he did. Drew Dines says, Kushko. Sheldon Snow says, look at Ianthus. Hopefully Bruce goes there. Yeah, I was looking at Ianthus early. They are getting annihilated. Drew Dines asks, Rich, what do you think about Supreme? I like Supreme as a company, but the stock has been a massive disappointment. Just a massive, massive, massive disappointment. Massive, massive, massive disappointment. Like, huge disappointment. I love Wiz Khalifa, but man, he hasn't done much for these guys. The same way that Snoop did for Canopy Growth. It hasn't even been close. I mean, at $1.44. Like, what is going on with these guys? These guys are too good to be priced this low. It's been a massive disappointment. The 52-week low is 118. 52-week high is over $2, 228. Currently at 144. I think it's a great buy, but who knows? They've been a massive disappointment, and who the heck knows? Jason Garza says, Andrew the villain. Awake All You Nation says, yep, stock ain't on fire. Awake All You Nation says, just like huge wasn't huge, was it? Well, it was, and then it went down. Michael Edwards says, time to buy? It might be. It might be, but it just doesn't seem to have much of anything. Sheldon Snow says, Wiz products are now on the shelf, I think. Well, they need to start selling and start getting some big revenue. Nick Ferris says, what's your opinion on Next Green Wave? You know, I like Next Green Wave. They're priced right, and they make revenue. I think they have a chance to be a giant. But they're in no man's land. They're under $1, under 50 cents. It's tough, you know, when you get to this point. Look at this. Only 78,000 shares at 31 cents, up 6%. It's pretty dead right now. I don't know what to think about this stock right now. But yeah, we've seen it as high as 73 cents. The low is 24, currently at 31. You know, if you're going to buy a penny stock, try to buy it at the low. Max Power, good afternoon, Rich. How's things? Things are good, man. Could be better if CanTrust didn't get caught doing illegal transactions. Jason Garza says, Supreme is looking at ways to sell products. They need to look at some more ways. Sheldon Snow says, sales should now start with Wiz products on shelf. He has a big following. He does. I want to see him get going. Max Power says, Xena won't be getting that license till probably September. They just sent in their Langley papers to Health Canada. That's more time for me to buy cheap shares, buddy. Because when they do get that license and they start to grow, And I promise you, they will not grow like Cannabis. They will not grow until they get their license. They won't make that mistake. This is why I like Cannabis. They will not make that mistake. Alex Castillo says, all I can say, buy any weed stocks very close to 52-week low to be covered the best. It's getting risky as we move forward. I agree with you. Yeah, man. FSD Pharma has been a massive disappointment. Nick Ferris says, I got in around 24 and 27 cents on NGW. Good trade, my friend. I think FSD should do a reverse split. I think they might have no choice but to do a reverse split. That might actually help them. All right, guys, I got to run. I got a busy day ahead of me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Just wanted to bring all the news in the market, break it down for you guys. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live. If you're not winning, you're not watching. I'm out. Peace. Come on, Trust. Let's get it together. And everybody else that's watching, guys, you want to get onto Rich TV Live? Holler at your boy. You want to learn about stocks? Go to www.richtvlive.com. Go and subscribe. Follow us on all social media. Just type in Rich TV Live. You'll see us everywhere. CEO interviews, analysis, stock market education, sports, travel, trending topics, news. We break it all down and we bring it to you first. It's true. It's your boy Rich, and I'm out. Peace. But you know what? I'm not going to leave like that. Hey, let's collaborate. I'm down to collaborate with whoever wants to collaborate, man. You guys want to collaborate with me? Let's go. I am the guy who is willing to collaborate with the people. So I don't care if you have 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers. If you want to collaborate and you got something good to say, let's do it. That's what we do here. We collaborate every single day. But yeah, I'd like to get you guys on the show. Why not? Let's see. What do you guys want to hear? I got a good one for you. In a situation like this is probably the best song.
You know what it is? Rich TV Live. Ill Kid. Cloud Ninja on the beat. Don't panic. Don't panic, you rookies that don't manage. You looking at all the candles, it's a ride and we off the handles. It's the heat, cause we bringing all the kitchens out. Oven mitts for little kids, what you bitching about? Pockets when they tingling, money stay mingling. I'm just getting started, yeah, I'm trying to get the swing of things. You love the green, but you hate the red. It's like you love the sex, but you hate the head. There's no difference, I finish all of your dinners. That mean I'm taking your places, no mistake that you all beginners. You miss me, rinse and repeat, it's Rich TV. You miss me, I'm the one, Jet Li. It's time that we get popping out. I ain't never stopping now. You would think I'm floating in the open way I cop a cloud. You should even shop around. You should buy a pair of boots. Hated is my stomping ground. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic. Why you stand up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic. Market makers are heartbreakers and soft stages. Bring the heat with Kenny just like it's Las Vegas. You hard haters are all fakers. I mob like don't call you on another song. I don't pause, baby. I don't panic. I just mix it up like Shaka Khan. You stay tripping on the sides like a soccer mom. And when it's on, I transform like Decepticon. I can tell your whole future looking at the devil's palm. You're too weak, bro. Cause you looking at a 52-week low. These are opportunities to seize, yo. No peace, though. I don't cheat. I just move when I cruise to the G code. Put the limit in. Stop it if you have to. This is mathematics for addicts to latch to. Rich TV Live, he a swell guy. He'll teach you how to buy low and to sell high. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. You looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, I get money cause it's all sweet. Yeah, you looking at the real wolf of Wall Street. This is how the market goes. It's round and round we go. Where it stops, we just don't know. Don't panic. Why you spend up all your dough? Just sit back and watch the show. Pray that you'll just strike some gold. Don't panic. Don't panic. Something has to be done about this. Mr. Attorney, this is what I pay you for. What can I do? Litigation it is. Get the wheels in motion.
Sounds like Cantrust.
Quickly.